Hey everybody, welcome back. I think we may have the 0.9 version of the DrBossKey shoot 'em up. Man, this last 3 weeks have been lots of feedback, lots of bug fixes, and we put in the first version of first completable version of the Gondas boss battle. So I've been dreaming about making this boss battle when I sort of had the first inception of doing like a shoot 'em up in the DrBossKey universe. So I imagined this giant boss, Gondas in data being in the way it is now. So basically good developers always test their builds before they release them. So that's what we're gonna do right now. I'm gonna jump us over there. Let me push the right button here. Because you never know, especially with challenges, changes. Was the challenges of making lots of changes where you may think everything is fine, you find that you inadvertently create bugs. So let's jump into it. All right. I'll see if I can detect a few of the changes here. So oh, that was interesting. The super online sound didn't trigger there. Oh, maybe that was a 1-up now. So we gave reasons to come back to the overworld, and one of them is just that you can get lives each time you come back. Not that it's a huge bonus, but it's a little something, and it's temporary while we work on other things. Take that, Loki. All right. We're still gonna redo the tutorial level, but doesn't mean I can't test it. Because if something's broken, then I need to fix it before I release it. Or remove the tutorial level. But that doesn't seem about right. Look at me, Danger. One change we made this time around, I made it to where there's no break, so you kind of get a better sense for your damage. Because we're really teaching you how to get hit right here. So let me turn this down on my side. It's blaring in my ear. All right. Thank you everybody for helping me playtest this. So a lot of great feedback, a lot of small changes from the last version with tutorial UI prompts and whatnot. So engage weapon systems. Thanks, Zay. Oh yeah, make with the weapons. Yeah, so we updated the graphic for keyboard and controller players. I think I had this in the last version, but we have real analog stick controls now. So notice how you can go faster and slower, which is pretty cool. I think I'm gonna switch these prompts from in-engine text all over to images, which is what we have here, which will it'll make them disappear in time. So
Super weapon online.
super weapon. A little bit of timing there if you go too fast. Super weapon cancels your bullets. This version is super weapon, and this version is, let's see here. You no longer build up your super weapon by just shooting enemies. You do it by collecting the green soul bits that come from them. Yeah, it's gonna be fun to update the tutorial level, I think. Trying to give people an understanding of what's going on with the power-ups here. Oh yeah, that's that. Let's go to next level. Oh, by the way, this version, we got two updates of the SHMUP Creator engine. And this version has improved image sampling and the shader. So when you have sprites like these enemies that are slightly bigger than 1:1, which they are in this particular configuration of the engine, they look better now, much better than they did in the previous versions. So super cool there. I think we adjusted the hit points of these guys to be just a tiny bit too less tanky. We went to one-shots now on the Robonoids, these drones. Makes it a little bit easier, a little more popcorn. The thing is, like I know how many bullets things take to kill, so but new players don't. And the tankier enemies are, the less likely players are going to be able to completely kill them unless those enemies are the focus. Okay, you can see a good uses of your super will give you more soul bits, so it helps kind of bump your super bar, super meter. Yeah, take that. I kind of like the mechanic.
Super weapon online.
Ooh, also this features the first version of dynamic spawns, so these enemies don't show up here unless you kill those two sea dragons, the undead dragons that I just did there. Starting to go back through and adding extra layering, so the game stays easy for people that are still learning, but it gets harder for people that are working on being able to clear everything on a screen. That is. So if you're just clearing everything like a champ, you'll get more enemies. So I'm enjoying that, which will lead to a higher score. And other things that people want to beat. So yeah, good example of popcorn enemies there. Piece of damage. Cervanix, the old Sea Titan. Getting some feedback on sound design. It's all temporary still right now, but it's been really fun to get some feedback on just how we're kind of thinking about building up the sound for the game, and how, like for instance, this enemy makes his appearance. Pretty cool. Fixed a bug where we were missing damage, the 4th damage state on the Cervanix. Totally did all the art for it and everything. It turned out that did I get it? I think I got it. Yeah, but fixed now. So. Oh yeah, we got a super here. I think I'll use it in the middle to cancel the beam maybe. Plasma beam. Yeah, take that. Take that, you filthy heathen. I think we still have some bugs in the score. Sometimes score gets completely unhinged. Think about taking the middle attack. Oh, took damage. I can't do that. Oops. The middle attack and making it just a tad bit stronger. Also, this time around, this version of this weapon is more like a weird stutter step shotgun. So it just wasn't really doing it. People were using it, they weren't enjoying it. I wasn't really enjoying it. So hopefully this version will be better. I also didn't want it to be crazy extra powerful compared to the bottom big fucking missile. Oh yeah, pretty good. Yeah, and away we go. Alright. Looks like we're doing alright. Everything's recording. Everything's good. Dang it. That's pretty good. Alright. Still thinking about the pulse version of this. Oh yeah, that's right. Also, we upgraded the infinity laser. It does more damage, not too much more, but more so it feels like it's still effective. Because it passes through enemies, and you basically don't have to. You don't have any cooldown on it. I don't want to make it as strong as the other lasers we have in the bottom, or on the bottom what it is. In the version of the engine, we finally got the fix for the 1-up graphics. They were creating black squares previously. Nice job, Sonic, fixing that. Very cool. Very good, guys. Popcorn. We also moved the hit points down to the bottom left, so you don't have any other information competing for that information. I think I have to go back and look, but I think I might have a. I made a suggestion to the developer about being able to trigger particle effects based on player health, and that would give us things like the ability to essentially set to set like fire graphics and things on top of the ship, so it'll be much easier to see. So we got a super weapon back there. I think what we'll do is we'll plus this one here. Get that super weapon up for free. Some minor tweaking of enemy spawns as well. Oh yeah. Also, all the work that I did to put in the front. Oh, there it is. It is there. Oh, weird. I thought I'd broken this. Oh, interesting. I was ready to say that the front forest here, or is it technically the back? But I thought I'd broken that, so maybe I didn't. Double check. It's such a big asset in the game that it's actually difficult to work on because it's bigger than what. It's bigger than. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here. Hang tight. We got something.
Super weapon online.
I do like the Loki's cast light on the background. I'm not sure how to clear all these guys yet. I'm still working on it. I think a good use of super in there would be nice. Note to self: let's increase the size of the frost pit bullet. Yeah. I think in this version, this is also first version with final Fortress of Flesh art. So take a look at that bad boy there. Something didn't trigger with the music. Should have had the secondary music here. Let's see what we got here. Alright. I need to take a look at the damage on the frost barrage bullet. There. Yeah, but I really like the way that the Fortress of Flesh turned out here, especially with these guys underneath.
Super weapon online.
Booged.
Super weapon online.
Oh, we did it. We're on our way. Okay, so a couple bugs, nothing too big. This is the first version where we have the level 2 forest. And we added, we're basically done with the level art here, which is great. And we even added a little bit of effects, so you can see the light beams here, or the sun rays, the god rays, or the light beams here. Got a version of the rock. I still need to put in a danger indicator. I think that's the next thing I'm going to do to make that rock more easily able to be dodged. But it definitely looks more menacing. And because we were working on making a menacing rock in the forest, we actually wound up creating a dynamic enemy. These little guys you're seeing here. And the cool thing about them is that if you can shoot them before the pods open, they got these little like vertigo gravity bullets. And if you don't, then they pop open and they're harder to kill. Doing it down here, get this guy. Yeah, cool.
Super weapon online.
New version of the Treant Demon. Still working on him. But it's a lot better than he was. Still need to animate them, and then we're going into rendering next with this guy, so it's super cool. I need to come in and work on dynamic spawns for this level as well, like I was talking about in the first one. So for people that are screen clearing all the enemies, especially in order to keep their multiplier meter going. Yeah, so that's a big part of the design bits. I'm excited about it. Trying to keep our multiplier up. Probably gonna blow the super here. Blow super just for that. Oh no! Scratched my itch. Sonny, I need more weapons. I don't have enough weapons. Oh man, I missed the train. I didn't see that done. From the last round of playtesting, we got improved warning indicators for the plasma beam. And there. We're also working on the DrBossKey here, which is going to be amazing. I got some concepts on the art channel. That's a good one. This is really strong because it's got pass through. Yeah, we're coming along nicely. I'm really enjoying where we're at. I guess we're almost at an hour gameplay now, probably with the last level we started. Really hard not making this game harder and harder and harder. Especially as I get better at playing it as well. Let's blow it. That's why we're working on challenge levels now. We did a tuning pass on these guys to make them a tiny bit less crazy. And we have the actual one of our heroes in the game is a parasitic fairy flower, which is what those little fairy duders are. Oh no! Can I get under that? No, yeah. Oh man, I didn't even see that. I guess I can make it under. Note to self: adjust the fairy plants to not be able to get under them. Be able to get under them. Yeah, the other thing I've been really struggling with is you get these stronger weapons or utility weapons. Some of them are just stronger because they have more utility. But you know, for players that that die a lot, they don't keep their weapon set, so it's tough. So I'm working on balancing, having more weapons, but also as you get better at the game, you stay at your higher weapon tier longer. I think we did some minor tweaks just to the timing in the final boss, and then no thanks. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I see that. Better tells for the plasma lasers. Not that I have to get close. Yeah, but hey, almost got it there. I'm still figuring out whether or not I want to have the attacks rotate from the indicator, but it seems to be working. People are really enjoying this boss fight as well, so it's been really cool to see it resonate well with people as they're playtesting. Made it a little bit easier because it was a little crazy, as my things are tending to go towards more these days. I think the other side of it too is that visually things sometimes seem crazier than they actually are, which is one of the things I really enjoy. I enjoy making things look like they're really tough, but then mechanically they're not quite as tough as you think they are. As long as you don't freak out, you stay in control. I'm saving my super for the end barrage here. There we go. Ooh, I took damage. Yeah, so it's a little bit easier to navigate. Also, really enjoy having the analog stick control. Oh yeah, this is much better. Alright. Donezoed. Dun, 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 dun. Alright. Next level, we're trucking now. Eventually I'll remove that pillar at the bottom. Oh, well, there's a bug. Alright, we'll fix that beforehand. This is exactly why we play test. Apparently, at least it doesn't do damage. Yeah, so that I've got, even though you don't see them as I duplicate levels, because enemies have kind of scripting. Dang, you're crushed by that. Have scripting associated with just their abilities, and as a result, one of my hacks is that I just, when I create a new level, I copy the existing level, which generally has all enemies in it, and I can pull them as I need them as I design new levels, especially for the alternate levels, which is great. But that's why that treant demon is up there. Yeah, it's gonna be fun tackling the art for this level, I think. When we tackle the art for this level, we're going to work on the shadow areas, because people feel like they can go with the shadow areas, which is causing damage. I took damage from that. What was that? Huh. I got to double check that. I don't know what hit me there. I'll look at the VOD later.
Super weapon online.
I think this level's still probably a little too hard. This is the third level in the game, but it's probably, you know, but it's hard to say until we get the art in for the geometry to make it read better. I also want to add visually some like underground cavernous waterfalls.
Super weapon online.
Just to give it a little more visual pop. Alright, so far so good though. Oh yeah, I forgot we put this one in there. Yeah, it's kind of evil. Try to use an item right there. Ooh, also I'm looking forward to putting in the weapon stripper. It's going to be pretty great, which activates pacifist mode. And then if you survive pacifist mode, then you get like extra BP. Then you get extra weapons and goodies from surviving pacifist mode, which I think will be fun, especially in certain parts of the level. Feeling it sometimes you just gotta bust that super. I definitely did a reduction on the turrets in this level. They're a little crazy, along with the sound as well. All temporary, but you know, you don't want to annoy it too much. Super spread. Yeah, it's interesting. People don't have problems with these rocks. It's just the other rocks in the
Super weapon online.
took damage in there, did I? Yeah, I must have taken damage. Alright. Ooh, this is good. It's the first time I played through going into the next level, so. Yeah. Oh no, I bet you it. I have to see what that is fixed or not. That's pretty good. Always a good strategy to try to save your supers. You have to watch out for this tail whip at the end. Really like these flame rings. They were a lot of fun. I was especially so look at the flame rings and just get smashed. Especially when they split apart, which is pretty good. Yeah, I think the visual on this weapon is so. Scales. My artist the other day was like, why do they shoot as scales at you? It's like, well, because it's fun. He's like, why don't you use the other bits? And I was like, well, because they don't read as well. He's undead. Whatever. He wants to shoot as scales at you. That's just what happens. Sometimes you just do things because they're fun. Alright. That's pretty good. I like that the door opens here. Okay, does it take us? Oh, look at that. Into the chamber. No preamble, we just get right into it. Oh man, took damage. Alright, get focused here. Oh wow. I'm not paying attention. Yeah, I definitely need to check the damage on that. On the penta-shot. Kind of know some of the tricks. Not my fault. It was kind of fun. I really wanted to do kind of like a chamber fight. So that's why we're in this single screen right now. Again, I know the tricks, right? That's the problem with the tricks. Try not to develop all the designs with the tricks in mind. Get up here. Damage. Because then it makes it to where people have to find the tricks in order to win, and you don't want that necessarily. You want people to be able to win in a variety of different ways. Good design is letting people kind of map some of their playstyles. To the different kinds of puzzles. Oh yeah. Really like the basically the laser, basically like the laser sword weapons. Those are pretty cool.
Super weapon online.
That's a good weapon for this section. Dang, I took damage there. Yeah, side effect of popcorn enemies is that you can kill a whole bunch of them, which is kind of fun. But that means I can also create numbers that would overwhelm you if you couldn't shoot them in one shot. Oh boy. Gondas is pissed off. Does this just get you to focus here? Currently, it looks harder than it actually is, but I think if you freak out, you're gonna take a bunch of extra damage here. So We'll see. I can't move. Oh, like I just did there. Look at the crouch and the jump. Crazy gazy. Yeah, hopefully that surprises people. Alright, let's do it. This is really something to do there. I forgot that I also spawn health from destroying the background, so remember to remove those so things forget. Like that these lesser demons shoot out of his chest. Those are pretty cool. And really enjoy the look of these giant fire orbs, especially across the background nebulas. I built most of the boss fight with without being able to do damage to the mammer, his hammer / mace hammer together. Same thing with Nada as she comes up here. And then I was like, why not? And then I changed it. Damn, I took damage. Alright. Gotta focus. Pay attention to my roommates. I gotta figure out why those orchids are spawning on top of each other there. Bad. I wanted to make sure that there were opportunities to build up your super, and that's one of the reasons why I'll let you destroy versions of Nada and the Mammoth. He had a dynamic spawn here, even more so. Crap, damage there. Better using this because it has pass through and I get both attacks at the same time. There's Nada in the back. God. Oh. I think I've survived it at least once. Still working on it. Damage there. I got his fist right before he got out. I really enjoy this attack. It's got these like weird, like I don't know, like plasma worms. I don't know. Let's see. But I also put in these health bits to get you to want to move a little bit. Damage there. There. This is a hard part of it. Just gotta focus. Gotta focus. And towards the end of this, I also start spawning super weapons, just in case you're going long in the fight. So we'll see. We'll see. But that first time. All right. So this should go to the challenge level. Let's see here. Already at the top. Just stay for me. I switched out the proto level background. It's still a challenge level, but I switched out from the forest level, so. So far, only one fairly ugly bug that I need to fix before I can post this build. It is nicer. It's much easier to see your health, which I'm digging. Pay attention. Alright. Yeah, this level's going to be great for when I add dynamic spawns as well. The cool thing about this level, it's meant to be more challenging. I also moved the position of the level from level select on the overworld, which has been super helpful because people were accidentally coming to this level first, which was a little crazy. What's up, Dead Dragons? It's like a dance with the dragons. I've made some adjustments to the plasma one. They're not quite as strong as here. Let this level get out of control on me.
Super weapon online. Super weapon online.
It's not the order to take those enemies, but we survived. Did some damage. Ran into him. That was terrible. I had my super weapon up as well. Interesting. Actually kind of forced him into the top. Oh, that was good. Huh, neat.
Super weapon online.
Yeah, see, when you use your super weapon on these guys, it almost gives you a free super.
Super weapon online.
Super weapons. Those are the ones that are really nice. And probably should have saved the burgers. So that's the previous version. That one's almost not escapable unless you're there. I tweaked it for level 2, but the challenge level is different. Slightly different size. Just gotta raise those arms a bit. Also need to do new attack patterns. Yeah, definitely having health down there is way easier.
Super weapon online.
Alright. Just get in the background. Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go. That was not the right place to take that. It's a tale as old as time. Get the super weapon in, and you start to feel invincible, and then you use it yourself in a place. Alright. I think we did it. That was a playthrough. Your base belong or us, a wiener is you. All right. All right. Cool. All right. Well, let's see. I got a few things to do, but I think that's the build that we can send out. If you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching, and we'll catch up with you next time. There'll be a link in the description for how to get this build, and we'll see you next time. Thank you, everybody, for all the support, and play tests, and feedback. I'm looking forward to seeing how people play with the new build.